Hello and welcome back. This is Luke from My Future Self and this is part 2 in the Sober series. Now, Socrates once said that what we think we become, and a lot of Eastern and early Western philosophy adheres to that same concept, and it's something that I'm hugely influenced by. And it's something that I protect these days, is the way that I communicate with myself and the way that I respond, or more importantly, don't respond to the stimulus around me. Now, sobriety has offered me that skill, has offered me that ability to master that and continue to master that ability to enhance calm and not be impacted or deflected by the ebbs and flow of life. Now, let me be clear. Sobriety doesn't inoculate you against the ebbs and flows, the frustrating ebbs and flows of life, the obstacles, the hurdles. It doesn't inoculate you against problems with your marriage or with your relationships or with your career or death or illness or injury. But what it does do, it gives you an opportunity to be able to soberly and realistically not only address the problem, but also learn, glean, and become more self-aware through the process. Alcohol and regular alcohol consumption steals that ability completely. Alcohol, regular consumption-wise, will direct your attention away from the problem, and if you use alcohol to rely and cope with the everyday, then you are not going to be able to glean the self-awareness, you are not going to be able to learn the lessons from the very source of suffering or the very source of the obstacle that needs to be dealt with. In my own recovery, upon reflection, when I was drinking, I used to drink myself into a depression, or in effect, drink myself out of depression. I was in what I called yesterday a feedback loop, a very negative feedback loop. And alcohol was the one thing that was lubricating all those behaviours and all the other habits and behaviours that supported my negative feedback loop. And it was the one thing that I wanted to address when I started pursuing sobriety was, why am I having all this bad luck? Why am I still perpetuating this lifestyle? What it was alcohol. Alcohol was the one thing that was creating all that bad luck in my life. So in effect, what I'd done to stall, stop, and then restart that feedback loop was to implement a circuit breaker, and that circuit breaker was sobriety. And over the years, the moments of sobriety extended, and my ability to deal and become clearer about what I had to face became easier and easier and easier. There's a Jimmy Cliff song which says, "I can see clearly, I can see all the obstacles in my way." And that's absolutely perfect for this because, like I said, sobriety doesn't clear the reality in terms of it voids and gets rid of it. You have a capacity to see the obstacles in your way now, and you approach them and you deal with them either going over, under, around, or whatever way. But alcohol distracts you completely, takes you off piste, and you do not deal with the problems at hand, which then just compound. So not only that, you're not gleaning the wisdom, the self-awareness at the same time. So if you're looking for one major circuit breaker to reposition and recalibrate your life, if you feel as though your lifestyle is a feedback loop that is only encouraging ill health, poor choices, too much alcohol, poor food choices, poor sleep choices, and you're still consuming alcohol on a regular or consistent basis, then if you want to find the number one circuit breaker to put a stall, a stop, and a restart mechanism into that process and start reclaiming your life, then give up alcohol for periods of time and maybe for the long term or forever. Like I said in the first video, we will get so much more results from giving up the things that make us sick, tired, and fat, rather than doing extra stuff on top of maintaining our current lifestyle or our current feedback loop. Relinquish the things that are not doing you any good first. By doing that, you will then be able to see clearly you'll be able to see the obstacles in your way, and you'll be able to set your life trajectory accordingly. That's it. Thank you.